Yo,
Yes,
man,
brother.
peace and
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Why so late, man? Man's trying to eat dinner. No, I'm joking.
sorry, I'm man, working, man. So it's been a hard one, bro. But I'm
Nah,
here.
nah, nah. It's cool,
I'm
bro.
here.
It's cool. It's cool.
What's going on? How your
Yeah, I'm
family?
not.
Everyone nice over lockdown, yeah?
Pardon?
Your family, everyone nice over lockdown. Everyone good,
Yeah,
yeah?
everyone's good, bro. Like we're all managing. I think it's got to the stage. Like everyone's at this stage now. I think it's got to the stage where everyone wants to go out. Like it's
I'm,
done now. Like I know everyone wants to go out. I'm dying to go out.
I'm ready. Ready. I'm ready. I can't lie. I'm ready to go.
Bro, I'm just. You know what? It's weird. Yeah, just taking a drive to the shops is like a holiday.
Yeah, it's true, man. But it makes you know what you're gonna value life so much more now when it's done and that. That's what I like, innit? So it's
Definitely.
a good thing, man. It's a
How
good
you? Your family's good. You're good. How you been?
Bro, everyone's nice, man. I think we're all in the same boat. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everyone's just in the same boat, so it's just all we can do, man. Everyone can just go with whatever the guidelines are at the end of the day, innit?
Yeah, definitely. Did you think it was gonna be a long period, or did you think this was gonna be some short thing?
You know what? At first, I didn't think it was going to affect us that much, but then when you saw certain things happen and certain things closing, you kind of got the
Yeah.
gist that, you know what, things are going to kind of lay low for a bit and that. But it is what it is, man. We can't change it, and it's hopefully we're coming to the end now.
Well, do you think it's too soon, or do you think it's the right time?
Personally, me, I think it's too soon. I think like guys are going out and it's crazy, like bro, like I don't think it's done. To like, there's no cure for it or nothing like that. So I think there's gonna be a second wave, man. It's just a matter of time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Like,
But
obviously, all these shops and restaurants are gonna be open soon. Especially the shops next week. They're supposed to open, and I think there'll be a second wave. Easy. I think.
there's gonna be too many people around one like certain places and that, so it's gonna get crazy. But listen, we just have to move with it and just see what happens at the end of the day.
Definitely, like you know what? It's just a crazy thing because like even in February, yeah, my birthday was in February. So when I was lucky to have my birthday, when I had it, I went out, it was all good. Everyone was like, I didn't even think this was gonna happen, man. Like I didn't even think all of this was gonna happen.
Let me tell you now, you had a touch this year because my birthday's next month, in July. So I
Yeah,
don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I think it's gonna be probably
it's
we might
Sainsbury's, isn't it?
might even be a second
Two, it's
wave.
a 2 meters queue, Sainsbury's.
No, I'm not on that, man. We might even be second wave after that, so I don't know, man. But yeah,
No, yeah, I mean, it's no one knows when club's gonna come out. Like everyone has this question, no one knows. I'm personally, in my opinion, I'm saying October. I'm saying
October.
September, October.
All right, cool.
But
But
I don't know.
you know,
That could be soon. That could be soon though. Like that's too soon. It could be too soon.
I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much, but I don't know when it's gonna come back. There's been little rumors here and there, but you can't. I don't believe anything till it's come out properly.
Mm.
For me personally, I heard a rumor that it was gonna be next year, in it January, when the club's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
back,
yeah.
bro.
What are you saying
If
about
that's the
IB for opening up? Are you gonna go?
Nah, bro, you know me. I'm not really a beaver kind of guy, you know. Like, it don't really appeal to me. Like, I'd rather go Marbella before over at Ibiza. I've been at Ibiza. It was alright.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. Ocean sick. Like, Ocean is sick, man. But I'm
yeah.
more of like a Marbella. Rather be in Marbella than Ocean and
What's your
Ibiza.
take on
100%.
like DJs kind of going over there though? Like, do you think it's too soon to do that, or do you think, oh, whatever, it's you do you kind of thing?
My bro, if there's money to be made, it makes sense at the end of the day, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
true,
that's the,
true, true, true.
if there's money to be made and you're willing to take that risk, then I can't argue against that, innit? But it is what it is. I can't say to a man, oh, you shouldn't be doing that or you shouldn't be going there. I just think if it's open, they're gonna need DJs, and like man, there's bare man are itching to DJ. I'm sure you're itching to DJ, bro. Like
But
everyone, you know what I'm saying?
the thing is, I ain't even trying to die out there though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Imagine if I catch it. Yeah, I'm not trying to die in another country.
but you're safe about it. You're me safe about it, so that's a good thing. But there's a lot of people that just wanna like. There's loads of DJs that love Ibiza and things like that, so they want to get out there and just do their
No,
thing.
of course. Like I so want to get out there, but the thing is, I don't want to run the risk. Yeah, that I come into contact with someone who has it, and
Yeah,
because I've got asthma and stuff, so I haven't been going out much.
yeah,
So
it's
if I got it, yeah, and
not
then
worth.
if I got it and then get it, that's it. It's done. Like there's no point. I might as well wait.
It's not worth it, bro. Just take care of yourself. It's
Like
not worth.
yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, man. So like, how you been in general? What's been happening? What's been happening?
Nothing, man. Like, you know what? Obviously, over this lockdown period, I've been working from home, innit? So I've been doing a lot of work from home. But I've just been going on runs and that, keeping myself active, like taking my mind
Taking
elsewhere.
the, you know, the when they were doing the twice a day activity, like doing the once a day, twice a day things,
Hour activity, bro.
our exercise only.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep fit and just do something and take your mind elsewhere, because I feel like when you're sitting in the house and things like that, that's when mental health
Yeah,
comes into it. start thinking certain things. So for me, I was like, you know what, let me get out, go for a little run, clear my head, just keep myself active kind of thing. So I've been doing that, bro. I can't lie, I've been on my PlayStation bare. I've just been on like
I
times
think
I've been
everyone
up
has, to be honest.
3 in the morning. Like, it's not a good life, man. I'm looking at it like raw, like this will never happen. Like, even like you don't even know what day it is, bro. Like someone told me it's Friday, and I was like, raw, Friday I'll be out like working. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't not
yeah.
even. So it's crazy, but it is what it is, man. It is what
Now,
it is.
like, doing this is the only way I'm keeping track of the days. Like, otherwise, before this, bro, I didn't even know what day. Like, I didn't even know what day it was. Like, I was just waking up.
What time is you getting up and that? Like midday and all that?
Yeah, yeah, like 12:31. I was getting out of bed at like 12, bro.
That's mad. That's mad. That's mad.
But going to kind of your career. So, take me through the stages. How did everything start for you? How did you get into all sorts? How did everything start for that? Why did you want to do events?
Yeah, cool. So as you know, like obviously me and Harry are quite close boys and that. That's my guy.
Yeah.
And we used to work together in recruitment. And then one day he just turned around to me and he was like, "Yo, Rem, like let's start an event." And at first I was like, "Look, like really? Like you really want to do an event?" And I said that comes with a lot of work and stress, you know, because everyone just thinks that you put on an event and that's it. That's not it. Like it's never it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like so I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. So we launched it. And our our first event was meant to be at the Vine.
That's all right.
Yeah. There was a little madness at the Vines closed down. And then we done our first event at Essex House.
Yeah.
So we done our first event at Essex House, and bro, we hit like I can't even crash. It was mad that night, like crazy. It was record numbers on the night. Like on a Friday, we had like 420 people in there. You couldn't move, innit? You couldn't move, and it was a good thing for us because there was a lot of people doubting us at the time, saying like, "Oh, they ain't gonna be able to do this. They ain't gonna be do that." Like people always got opinions in it. Opinions make the world go round.
Yeah, definitely.
Certain stuff like this, they can't do this or they can't do that. They can't do this, and for us, it was sick, man. Like it was banging. I can't lie. Like I proper enjoyed it. Everyone there enjoyed it. And then we went on from there. We done events at Block 40 on a Friday, sold it out, and obviously that's hard to do on a Friday, man. Like to sell out an event on a Friday, like it's got to be popping. Do you know what I'm saying? So we did stuff like that. We done stuff like we done event at Melon where it was like a sit down eat, and then we had a dance. Obviously we're residents at the Vine now, so it's been a good journey, man. Like it's been a proper good journey. I think like this time last year, June I just wanted to learn how to DJ. I think like where I was around it all, I was like, you know what, let me do it. I'm close with Brandon James. You know Brandon, innit?
Yeah.
Close with Brandon. So I was like, look, yo, like, can you teach me how to DJ? He was like, yeah, like Brandon's like older brother to me, innit? So I started working with Brandon, taught me how to DJ. Like first session, I didn't even go on a laptop, bro. It was straight USB. Like he was like, you're learning off a USB. He was like, because
that's the old school classic way, basically.
The first thing I remember, the first thing he said to me was like, the reason I know you want to go on a laptop. He said, but the reason I'm making you do this is because when you go into a club and someone's on before and you need to take over for them, the worst thing and the worst embarrassment is not being able to do it on a USB and them having to do it for you. He was like, so I want to take that away from the equation and make sure you can go in there, do it yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I've had it crash, but I've had to mix someone else's stuff in so they can come on. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like, not in a horrible way, but once you hear that and once you see someone's like, oh, I can't mix in, that's when you kind of know, like, you look at them like a little bit like...
It gets to that point, like, how can that even happen? You get me? Like, it's like I was speaking to Benji about it, and he said he booked a DJ that couldn't even set up the equipment. And I'm like, how does that even happen when you're a DJ and you put your name as a DJ? Like, it doesn't matter if you're just starting. I don't care. Like, I don't even care if you just started yesterday. You got to just know the equipment. Like, at least just get to know what you're doing.
You got to know the first thing. That for me, that was like, I was happy I was taught that way, innit? Because he was like, listen, I don't play on USB personally. I have before, but I play on laptops, innit? But at least if my laptop was to shut down, I'd know how to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? And not be like, oh, like I've got an hour left on my set, I can't even play. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to stick a CD in it or something. I can do it. For that instinct, like, I'm happy with that he taught me how to do that.
Speaking about the devil, Benji's inside.
And then we done that, obviously, you know, I think I done about 12 lessons, and then after that crash, I could DJ, man, 12 2-hour lessons. Like, it was at Pyra, and then what I was doing is taking some time out with myself. Like, even if he weren't there, I was still booking the studio, going to the studio, just practicing and that. And it was always like, he always asked me, he was like, you know what, the work rate that you got, like, I like it, so I'm happy to help you. Do you know what I mean? And I picked up a lot from him. Obviously, he turned around to me and said, Rem, I've been DJing for 20 years. Like, don't sit there and expect to be like me straight away. Like, it's not going to happen. He was like, but like, he's like, if you can pick up anything from me, then pick it up. Like, don't stress if you're not doing that or you're not doing this and that. And like, for me, it was like, I learned that way. But when I started DJing in clubs, you know, the biggest thing for me, Krish, was watching other DJs when you're in the booth. Like, watching what how they do it so easily. And for me, like, I learned a lot from that, innit? Like, just the way they done things and how easy and simple they made it when I was probably going down the longer route. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that was big for me. And yeah, that's pretty much the journey so far, bro.
So with your events, where do you kind of like? I know it's only been how long has your events been for? Like a year now, or a year? What?
About a year and a half. We started February 2019. Yeah, year and a half.
So where do you kind of take it? Where do you want to see it go?
You know what? Like, obviously, we're a pretty much an Essex-based event. Like, as you know, you've seen, I probably seen it on Instagram and things like that. We're a very Essex-based event. But the goal is probably to take it abroad. Like, we definitely want to take it abroad. We was talking about taking it to Liverpool. We had talked to them and they wanted us to come over. Then the whole Corona thing happened. So it's about expanding it now, man. Like, obviously, we're resident every Friday, which that's sick. Like, I love Vine, man. That's been proper good. So yeah, it's about taking it to the next level now, and I think abroad's definitely, but it's got to be the right thing. Like, we was offered abroad this year. Obviously, it wouldn't happen because of the Corona. We was offered it, and we declined it because it wasn't the right offer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're very like, it has to be the right offer for us to take it. I would never just throw something out there to say like, oh, we're an international event. Like, I wouldn't do that. It's only, I do it when I feel like it's right and it's the right offer and we can move with it, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So what kind of makes All Sorts different to the other events in Essex? Like, why did people come to yours? Would it, like, let's say my way, All Sorts, and go on one night, if let's say that probably would never happen, but let's say it's on one night, why would people come to yours?
I'd probably say like our event out of the three is probably the most Essex type event. Like, definitely, like, I asked Casey, he's done hosting there, and he says like even the All Sorts crowd to like gas up is a hard one. Obviously, because it's such an Essex type event, it's very different kind of thing. Like, listen, they still love R&B, they still love hip hop and things like that, but it's very different on the caliber of people you get. Like, the different kind of people you get there to what you get on My Way and Go are similar to us, similar crowd, but it's very different. But like, it's just like a good vibe, man. It's a chill vibe. It's a nice vibe. Everyone has fun. Like, we've never had any fights at my event. I've never had any trouble. Like, everyone knows what they're gonna kind of get when they come there. Do you know what I mean? Like, always have free DJs on the night. We make sure we have free DJs. And it's just a good vibe, man. Like, for me, I just like seeing people have fun and that and enjoy themselves. And I know that if people come to All Sorts, they're going to get that. So that's the way I see it.
What's your take on the whole Essex scene, though? Like, in general, do you think it's dying out?
It's a hard one, you know. Like, obviously, I'm not going to lie to you. I've DJ'd, when I've DJ'd, like, on a normal night, like, not an All Sorts night or anything like that. I've been in clubs, bro, this is really dead in here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, where is everyone? Do you know what I'm saying? I think Essex, there's like a lot of Essex girls go to a lot of brunches now. Like, so there's a lot of brunches that they'd rather go to like a brunch, have a few drinks and that. Then if they're feeling it after, they might go out in Essex. But I wouldn't say it's dead, not for events. For events, like, we're still doing well.
It depends what you determine as Essex.
Like, listen, you walk down Brentwood on a Saturday night, busy, like, rammed busy. But places like Faces and that died out. Like, that's dead. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure what Infinity's like. I think they get kind of busy, really. Essex House is busy on a Saturday as well, man. So I wouldn't say it's dead. No, I wouldn't say it's dead.
Okay, but do you think the help of events make it better? Because if, let's say, there was no events at all, would clubbing actually be good in Essex?
You know what? I would say that events play a massive part. Like, the events in Essex play a massive part in what we do for getting people out. Like, it's not even that. Like, it's even like someone might come to our event on Friday and it might be popping and then go, do you know, going out on Saturday again, but there's no events on, but they'll go to the same club. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, some people do that. And I think with the events being there, it definitely helps it. And people see events and they're like, yeah, it's going to be a vibe, this and that and that. Obviously, you've got, I don't really like to call myself a promoter. I would never ever say that. Like, I own an event, but they speak to people and that. But yeah, clubbing would be kind of quiet if there wasn't no events, man. I probably agree with you on that one, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, when I was speaking to Max Denham about it, he was saying like more people would just rather travel to London, which is like, it's not that far. For like a day, as you're saying, like for a day brunch or something like that. So I think the day brunches after quarantine are going to be a big thing. like especially on like a Sunday brunch.
Bro, the day,
Them,
like,
them
listen,
things are gonna be massive.
listen, the day brunches, like, I've been to a few brunches in it, and the vibe at the day brunch is good. Like, once you've had a few drinks and that, you're standing on the chairs and that, and everyone's dancing and
Yeah,
things
like
like that.
obviously at the start it's a bit dry because like it's like a sit down thing. It's not really like a clubbing
Everyone's
thing. But once everyone's once everyone's had a drink or two, it's mad, and the weather's got to be good. That's done sorted.
100%. But yeah, no, I think the events play a big part. Like, obviously, there's some good events in Essex, man. There's some good events in Essex that are doing well. Do you know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think like everyone in different ways, and everyone knows different people and things like that. So definitely, 100%.
So is it under wraps, or what's your first kind of steps after quarantine when the clubs come back for all sorts?
Obviously, we're residents at Vine, so our first party will definitely be at Vine. Like that's not a
Yeah.
question. We'll definitely be at Vine. It's just what we do with it, kind of thing. Like, what's that message?
Right, let's read this one. This idea, whole idea that goes.
No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that because for Essex to get out and to go out in Essex is a fiver, tenner, like to get in an
Yeah,
event.
but you do realize, yeah, some girls don't even want to pay £5.
Yeah.
This ain't no offense to girls. Like I know girls that won't even want to pay £5, even if it is £5. Like they'd rather pay £5 on a shot than on the entry fee.
That's beyond me, bro. That's beyond me. Like, I'll never get that. I don't even want to get onto that. I don't even want to get onto that.
All right, this is turning into Jay and Casey's midnight things, man. Like,
That one to Casey, but I don't even want to get on that subject. But yeah, man. As soon as we're back, we'll obviously be at Vine. We're gonna have a nice juicy lineup. Have Casey involved there on the mic, like 100%, man. Like we're gonna get you involved as well. Like we've definitely got some big plans for it, man. 100%.
but like you're keeping it under wraps though, or have you got ideas?
I've got ideas, but obviously I want to keep that on the low. Like we've done certain things, like we always like to mix it. Obviously, we're a resident now. We can't keep it the same every week. We have to mix it up. So we've done a old school night. We've done an old school R&B night. Do you know DJ Jukes?
Yeah.
We had DJ Jukes there. Krish,
yeah, he's
cold.
the sickest DJ I know. He switches it up. So like his mix is just mad. It's just his selection is crazy.
Bro, he was cold. Like, have you ever been in a position, like, listen, obviously I've only been DJing for a year, but have you ever been in a position where you've been DJing and you've got a big caliber DJ standing behind you, watching what you're doing? That pressure.
Yeah, it's pressure.
That pressure.
I'm always sweating because I'm always like, they critiquing what I'm doing.
100%. His set was at 12 o'clock in it, and he must have arrived at like 11:40. And the Vine booth, small, like you can just about fit one man in there, but we was both in there. And he was like watching what I was doing and that. He was vibes in, but it was kind of a thing like raw. Like if I do one thing wrong here, he's good enough to clock that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, we had him. He done old school for our old school night, bro.
Yeah.
He shut it down. Like he's sick. Like he's proper sick. Like I rate him. Like obviously I've been listening to him for years, even when he was on Mixcloud days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had him involved, but we like to change it up, like have stuff like that, old school night, a new school night, a 90s night, a garage night. We've got all that planned kind of thing, do you know what I'm saying? So we've got some big things coming up, man. So we might have a night where we have like some of the best DJs in Essex just DJing. So we got stuff that we want to do with it kind of thing.
So I don't know if this has happened to you at events, or if obviously when you started out it could have happened or seen any other DJs do it, but what's your take on warm-up DJs not playing their part in the set?
What do you mean by that?
So they haven't warmed up the crowd properly. They've played all the bangers within the first hour of the night.
I've been there. I've had that where DJs don't want to play a warm-up set, and DJs have argued with me about playing a warm-up set. But listen, the way I see it, this is at my own event, just all sorts. Yeah, the way I see it is like, if you don't want to play a warm-up set, then don't play the warm-up set, innit? We won't book you again, innit? But
if you don't want to play, you don't want to play, innit? That's basically it. Like,
certain man that will argue about it, but if you don't want to do that set, then don't worry. Like, it's my event. Like, it's mine and Harry's event. We make the decisions, innit? It's like, we're paying you at the end of the day. It's not like you're coming to do it for free and you can choose what you want to do. But yeah, we have had a few times where the DJ's not like, it's not even about like playing bangers. It's like he's not warmed it up. Like the vibe is still dead. Like I'm looking around and I can see that no one's vibing. Like there's certain songs that you would play in the warm up that you probably got a list where you go, do you know, I'm going to play this and that, and it's not going to affect anyone by doing that. So you've got to be able to know. I always personally plan my set beforehand, judging on what time I'm playing. Like, say if I'm playing this set, I know what I'm playing there. I know what playlist I'm playing. I think it's key to do that, man, and just know what you're doing it, because if you go in there and then you don't know what you're gonna do, you could also almost just mess things up a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? So I always try and plan. But I've had DJs where they haven't stuck to it, kind of thing, and it is annoying, and we have got annoyed about it. But I like to stick to a couple of DJs that I know are going to deliver all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we have had people where we booked him, and then we was like after, like, you know what, I won't book that person again. But you know, once you've done it for a while, you know what kind of, like, you got a little, like, a close group that you say, you know, I'll stick with you, stick with you, stick with you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Do you kind of run the whole event like structured? So this genre at this time, this genre at that time, blah blah blah. Or
Yeah, man. So, like, for a warm-up, we'd probably, for, like, the first half an hour, no, not even an hour, first half an hour, we'd probably play, like, a little bit of funky house, like, not deep house, but a little bit of funky house, just to get the crowd going and going. Then we might go into some old school R&B. Then we'll go, like, once it gets to about 11:30, 12-ish, we'll go into some, like, proper hip-hop, R&B. And then from then, we'll go, like, last half an hour, we always like to slow it down, like, old school. And I think, you know what else that does? Like, I wouldn't say it takes away the whole thing, but it kind of slows it down, so people ain't going to start getting rowdy and start fighting and things like that. And it's just a bit more chilled kind of thing. So I like to do that towards the end. That's what I always say to the guys. Last half an hour, let's just slow it down. Obviously, I know some people want to carry on with the night, but I think it's nice and crucial to just slow it down near the end and then just keep it calm. So yeah, man.
Who's the hardest DJ you've worked with or got on boards?
What, like, as in worked for all sorts, like DJ for all sorts, or like I've been...
Or just anything, but like, for also mainly.
I DJ'd before Colin Francis, when I've DJ'd at Block 40, and he was sick, man. Like, I was watching him, I was like, this guy's cold, like, he's proper sick. Colin's good.
But who's been, like, the hardest to, like, work with, though, like, in general, just to work with?
Oh,
like,
you mean like hardest?
Not like coldest, like hardest in terms of, like, to get involved with, basically.
Hardest to be involved with? Oh, that's a good question, man. That's a very good... Harry's in there, man. I don't know if Harry's gonna comment it. You know what? I'll be real. I haven't really had a lot of problems with any DJs in Essex. I think where I always used to go out in Essex before I'd done the event, I knew most of them personally, so they've never given me ag. Like, if someone said, you know,
no, I'm not calling out DJs. I'm just asking who's the hardest to work with, bro. Calling out DJs.
If someone, like, this is what price I want to be paid, then I'll say, all right, cool, we can meet here, or yeah, that's cool, or do you know what I'm saying? Like, but I've never really had a problem with any DJs that I've been like, do you know what, I'm never ever booking you again. Like, I've never had that problem. But you never know what happens after lockdown. Man are gonna want to get paid and things like that, and they might be coming with crazy prices.
So Chris tried it.
But at the, yeah, you tried it. But at the,
you swerved it nicely.
Everyone I've worked with, like, hats off to them. They've been good, man.
Yeah. So after this, right? Obviously, no one's gonna have money, right? Like, clubs aren't gonna have money.
People are working at home, man. They got peas, bro.
No. But clubs, man, clubs aren't getting furloughed. Like, what club owners getting furloughed?
Yeah.
Like, clubs ain't got money, right? So how are you gonna work with clubs and work with DJs to get the right pricing and everything like that? Like, how do you know what a good price is for a DJ after this? Because they could give you any price and you'd be like, okay, yeah, cool, but then it's got you no money. Like, you ain't got money afterwards.
Bro, for me, like I said, I've got my close group of DJs that I work with, and them man are my guys, innit? Like, they will never say to me, pay this or you got to pay that. I'll look up. The way I look at it is like, if you're gonna come at me with a good price and say, look, Rem, like, I'll DJ for this price, then I'm gonna come back to you. Oh, do you know what? Cool. I'll book you for this date, this date, this date, this date, this date. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you're going to come to me and say, Rem, I want to get paid £300 for an hour set when you're not a £300 DJ, then I'm going to go, do you know what? Go and find your £300 elsewhere and go and DJ elsewhere, because you're not getting that from me. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's always about, if you've got respect for the person, if DJ's got respect for you and you've got respect for the DJ, you'll always be able to meet nice in a certain place, kind of thing. Club owners, that sounds like a them problem. That's got nothing to do with me. Do you know what I'm saying? If you want an event, the only way you're going to make money is having a good event on. If you've got a good event on, that bring more people in it, and more people are going to come in and come to the event, and that's going to make money at the end of the day. So that's, for them, it's a hard one, innit? But do you know what I'm saying? What can we do?
Yeah, definitely. What's the hardest club you've had to work with, or venue?
You know what? I'm not even scared about saying this one. I'm gonna. You see me, yeah? I'm me, Krish. I don't.
What do you
talk
mean you
about
see me? You swerved the other question. I don't know what you're talking about. You see me. I don't know what you're talking about. You see me. Like, you
no,
see me
but
what? You see me do what?
you want me to lie. So you want me to lie to you and say that there's a certain person that I'm upset with. Like everyone's been good to me, man. Like I can't complain about that. One place that I've hated that I worked with was Faces, and I will never, ever, 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 ever in my life step foot there again. Not even to go out. As like I wouldn't even pay to get in the club. I
Well, I
wouldn't
mean,
even
it
do
closed.
it.
It's fine.
Harry said, Harry said it already. He said it. Faces. It's reopening though, isn't it? It's reopening.
Is it reopening?
Yeah, man, it's reopening. But I would never
Why
ever
did it?
go
Why did
there.
it close? Why did it close?
They couldn't get numbers, bro. Like they're having like
So
20
why
people
are
in.
they gonna reopen then if they couldn't get the numbers?
They've done it up different. It's called Faces Leisure now or something like that, and they're doing something different to it to just like a revamp kind.
Yeah, but
Of make it,
personally, that will last 3 months after quarantine. You get me? Like everyone's gonna be
bro,
going out 3 months.
bro, that's not my business, is it? Let them do their thing.
So that's not my business.
I couldn't care. I couldn't care about Faces. I hate Faces.
So what happened?
Like,
What happened with Faces? What happened?
all right, cool. Let me tell you now. Yeah, basically, they called us and they were like, we want you to do a night, this and that and that. At first, I was a bit like, Me and Harry had a chat about it. We said, cool, we'll do an event there. We went there. We had a few meetings with them. At the meetings, they said you can either use our DJs or you can use your DJs. I then said, cool, no problem. Me and Harry went away. We said, look, if it's our night, we'll use our DJs. We don't want to use their DJs.
Yeah.
So we went away. We done the flyer. Everything's cool now. Me and Harry and my boy Tom. We went on holiday, and then a week later the event was. They said to us, we'll bring 300 to 400 people that come to Faces on a Saturday night anyway. So we was like, cool. You bring 400. We bring 400. It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be 800 people in there. It's gonna be a good night. So we promoted it. Then on the night, I rocked up. I got there before Harry, and the guy, one of the guys in the meeting, he was one of the DJs, but I think he's got some part ownership in it. And he come over to me and he was like, "Why am I not on the flyer?" And I said, "What?" He's like, "Why am I not on the flyer?" I said, "Bro, you're not DJing." He was like, "What do you mean I'm not DJing? I've been resident here for this and that and that and that." And we had a massive argument about it. Yeah. So I was like, "Listen, in the meeting, you told me that you don't need to DJ, but now you're telling me you want to DJ." He was like, "I'm telling you now, I'm DJing on this night." So I was like, "All right, cool." So obviously the owners called us into the office, me and Harry. And he's like, "Listen, boys, this ain't no fucking night. You're supporting us." Like, started talking mad crud on us. Like, I was looking at him.
Really?
Yeah, I was about to pull the night there and then. Like, this was 10 o'clock at night. I was about to pull the night because I was like, "Nah, they're boying it." And I was like, "Do you know what? Like, people coming down. I've invited them. Like, let me just be quiet in it." So he was like, "Look, he's gonna DJ and he's gonna."
How are they turning it around that quick, going on the same night? They're like, "Okay, yeah, no, it's actually our night, basically."
Turned it on their head, like said to us that you know what? All this time they've been begging us to do an event. Then they try and tell me we're supporting them, bro. We was never supporting them. Like we was doing the night because you asked us to. You know what I'm saying? So my man that caused the havoc. I said, "You know what? DJ, yeah, dead. He killed the crowd, dead." Asking, he was playing like, what was he playing? Pink Panther and all them tunes there. Like, I don't know what he was doing, bro. Like, it was crazy. Like, he was killing the vibe. He killed the vibe.
You know what? I can't actually take that they actually said to you on the night, "It's our event now. Like, it's our thing."
Bro, I swear to God, yeah. Me and Harry looked at each other. Is this guy serious? Like, but you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me just do the night, pick up my money, then I don't have to deal with you lot again. And from that, I would never recommend anyone to go Faces, work with Faces or anything. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we could, like, listen, Harry's got 154k followers on Instagram. He could have outed them if he wanted to, but we said, you know what? Let's just leave it as that, and we walked away. And
learning experience, innit?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we just left it as that.
You gotta stay humble like that. Like,
you know what?
you know what? It's just mad. Like, I'm listening to some of these stories, and I'm like, what? How do you even? I don't even know how you have the guts to not even do anything else. Like, I'd flip. Like, on a night like that, I'd flip.
Bro, you know what? Like, no one ever knows what happens behind closed doors, innit? And that's what, like, they took us into the room and they were just chatting bare crap. And I was like, you know what? Like, thinking about it now, I should have just pulled the night. I should have just gone, you know what? That's cancelled. Everyone that was coming is done. And they would have felt more than what we felt. Do you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to let people down, and I didn't want to make my event just say, like, I pulled the night on, it don't look professional. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? And let's just leave it as that. But yeah, I would never go back to Faces ever.
Yeah, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you to do that.
Every other club that I've worked with, been good,
Yeah.
man. Like, been cool. Like, I'm friends with a lot of them, man. Like, I've got a good relationship with a lot of clubs that we've worked with. So, like, we've got good relationships with them. So, yeah, man. Like, I'd say that, yeah, 100%.
So I'm gonna get onto this topic as well. So like, what's your take on reality TV stars going into DJing?
It's a good subject, you know.
Because I've interviewed one already, so I'm on the fence for this anyway.
You know what? I taught a couple, maybe 6 months ago. I taught Harry how to DJ, innit? He wanted to DJ.
Yeah.
Obviously, how he was like, want to know how to DJ, this and that and that. Listen, bro, like, I will never, ever, ever, ever get onto a man for wanting to do more for himself and get more skills in life and go and earn more money, bro. Like, if a reality TV star goes to a club and DJs, he's getting paid more than me and you. Facts. That's a fact.
He's getting 2-3K at least. He's getting 2-3K at least.
2-3K. But let me ask you a question. If you was in that position, would you do it as well?
Yeah, now you like, that's the thing. It's like, but I wouldn't, just because I know that it's like jumping into any industry, yeah, especially the music industry. You can't just jump in it. You get me? Like, especially music industry, like artists as well. Like, if you're an artist, you can't just jump into it. Like, no one's gonna take you seriously.
Do you know what? It's crazy because, like, it's different because me and you are in that industry. But if you're not in that industry, like, you can go and do that. If you can kind of cheat and get to that point and do it, like, listen, I'm all about hard work. But if you can go and earn 4K from a set, like an hour set that you do, and you're half decent, as long as you're half decent, you can actually DJ. Then I don't have anything against that, bro. Like, I don't have anything against it. At the end of the day, everyone needs to eat. Like, you got to pay your bills. You got to eat your food, bro. Like, I can't say to someone, like, I don't agree with it. Like, if that's the way you're making your bread, so be it, bro.
Okay, so let's say if the reality TV star DJ'd before, went on reality TV, came back, done their thing, and then they've gone back into DJing, versus they've done reality TV, they got nothing else going for them, they go into DJing but don't learn the craft or anything, and they just do that. What's better?
Some reality DJs haven't just they haven't just started DJing because they haven't got anything going for them. Like, I know reality star DJs that are, hey, they still have stuff going for them, but there's still extra money coming in. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're 100% gonna respect the person that was DJing first, then went on reality, then is still doing it, because you kind of, like, you know that his process has been the same as mine and yours. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got to go through the same process. But when you're a reality star and then you start DJing, it's almost like you've been given a hand. Been given a free pass, like, boom, there you go and DJ for 3 or 4K now, and it's an appearance as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's not even a DJ and they get booked for. It's because they're an appearance there. And if you can do that, bro, and you can make bread, is what it is, man. Personally, me, I'd never book a reality star DJ. Like, I wouldn't. We don't need to. Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm giving man 4K for what? Just his appearance. Like, he's a regular guy. He's just been on a reality TV star. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what? It's crazy money. Like, when I hear stories as well of other DJs telling me that they got 4K, but the other DJ DJ'd for them. Like,
what?
So basically, a reality. I don't know who it was because they didn't say the name. But a reality TV star turned up, did a PA and said they were a DJ. So they said they'll do a half-hour set. The guy or whoever it was, turned up, and the resident DJ DJ'd for him. He still got paid 4K.
Nah, see, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with
that. That sort of things, yeah, you're taking a mic. That sort of things, yeah. It's embarrassing.
If you're a reality TV star DJ, you've got to DJ your set. Like, don't let someone else DJ it for you and you take the money, because that don't make sense. If you're a reality TV star and you're DJing, then cool, I can respect that. But if you're letting someone else do it for you, that can't run. Like, who would even want to pay that? You might as well just pay him for an appearance.
Man said you're paying 3K he's just standing there.
Mad.
She's standing there, bro.
What did someone say? Did someone say that someone put one of my guys really starting mic while he was DJing? Someone said about a mix. I see someone said about a mix. When to pull the track, and I caught him out. Mix. Oh shit. Yeah. But see, that's what I mean. Probably a lot of these reality stars do have recorded it before, made a few mistakes on their they've got it right for half an hour, and they just slap the record on. They just slap the mix on. It's easy. They play the same mix in 10 clubs. And what's that, bro? They're getting paid 40K. Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's the help of technology now, isn't it? Like, crazy. You can just do that, turn up to the set, not do nothing. You're just standing there, mic, pulling it down, sorted, cool.
It's crazy, man. Crazy when you think about it that way.
How are you on the mic anyway? Like, you good at hosting your sets, or would you rather get Casey to host it?
You know what, bro? I'm gonna be real. Like, I've never, ever, ever gone on the mic in it. Like, it's not me in it. Like, I'm very reserved and chill kind of thing. Like, I always put Casey to go on the mic. Casey, I think he's got a good vibe. He knows what he's talking about. He engaged with people. He's liked in Essex. Like, he's a likable character in Essex. So when I feel like, you know what, this night's gonna be a good night, and I feel like we should get Casey involved, then I get Casey involved, and I just leave it down to him. It is something that I should probably get into, going on the mic a little bit more. I wouldn't be scared to pick up the mic and speak. I wouldn't be scared to pick up the mic and speak, but I just feel like when I'm running an event, like, and it's an event night, like, I haven't really got time to speak on the mic DJing, because I'm probably only DJing for an hour, then kind of socializing with people. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I always make sure I have 2 or 3 DJs as well that can DJ, that are DJing like a couple hours after. Like, sometimes I might even do the warm up set, Krish. Like, sometimes I might do the warm up. Sometimes I might do 1 till 2 when it's slowing down. Sometimes I might do the main set. But I always make sure that there's guys there that can do their thing, kind of thing, so I can go off and do whatever I have to do. Because it's hard to run an event, DJ, make sure that everything's going. Do you know what I'm saying? So especially when you're like, there's people calling your phone, like, I'm outside, I can't get in, and you're on deck. You can't leave deck, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's hard on that one. So I like to kind of just do my hour and a half, 2 hours, and then just jump off. So
best DJ in Essex and favorite DJ.
Oh, you're killing me! 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 Oh, this is the question that I was. Oh no!
I was gonna come in earlier, but I was like, you know what? Let me wait a bit.
Best DJ in Essex. This is a very hard one.
You gotta be careful, because no one's gonna DJ for you after this. You know.
That's what I'm saying. And like, the mad one. Listen, there's 4 that I think are top tier above the rest, innit? George Artemi, he doesn't get enough credit because he owns the Vine, he only DJs at the Vine, yeah? Wuchi, like, everyone knows Wuchi Essex. Wuchi cold, he's been cold. Brandon and Max Denham. Them 4.
Yeah, but like, I'm telling you one though. Why are you picking 4? Like, why are you picking 4? And then why are you making your own rules? You're making your own rules, bro.
They all got different things. Like, technically, if he was asking me technically, Max is technically the best out of all of them. Like, technically, what on a deck is crazy. If the one that I would probably want to listen to would probably be George or Brandon, but I like. It's hard. I can't.
Okay, what makes Brandon or George like the best 2 in that sense?
Brandon's DJ'd for all, like, he's DJ'd for mostly all the events. He was resident DJ, also still is a resident DJ. And I've seen Brandon where the vibe's been flat at 12 o'clock. When I mean flat, I mean like people are thinking like, should I go home? Should I stay? And he's gone, boom, let me turn this up, boom, mix another track in, and he mixes quick. So he's like, he'll have that in for a bit, then he'll mix that one in, and he'll mix that one in, and he's got a vibe going straight away without a mic man or anything like that. Without a host, he's done it. So for that, I rate him a lot, because some events could have gone downhill for me when he saved it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I respect him a lot. I think, and maybe I'm being biased because he taught me as well, and I've seen him in the studio and what he does in the studio. But Brandon's sick. George is good, man. Like, George is technically sick. Like, can do whatever, can play whatever, and he don't get enough recognition. Like, if George wasn't just DJing in the Vine, he'd be DJing everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? Wuchi, I like Wuchi. He's got a vibe. He gets a hype, and people love Wuchi as a person. Do you know what I mean? So he's sick. His mix, every mix card he brings out is sick. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a good mix. And Max is just technically the way he scratches everything. Like, he's been cold for time. Max is sick, but I can't say
definitely.
If you're gonna say my favorite DJ will probably be Brandon, because maybe I'm being biased again. He's taught
you as well. Yeah.
Been around him. He took his time out. He taught me. He done things like that. So I got a lot of respect for him in that sense.
You know, like, so obviously in Essex, right? What's the timing like in terms of clubbing? Like, would you prefer it to be longer, or do you think the timing's good, or?
The timing's good, because when I used to go out a lot in Essex, I've been going out in Essex since I was 18, bro, and like I'm going to be 25 next month. So like, when I've seen it, when it gets later on, there's a lot of fights that go on in Essex. Like, when the nights go until 3, 4 in the morning, that's when a lot of people are hanging outside. A lot of people are drunk. A lot of people have got flash washes on, and people want to come and nick their watches and things like that. So there's always fights and there's always commotion. So I think 2 o'clock is a perfect time. 3 o'clock could run. I've had some nights that have gone on till 3 o'clock. But I think like 2, 3 o'clock, that's in Essex, that should be cut off, kind of thing. Because if it goes on to 4 or 5, that's when you're asking for trouble. People get too drunk, and it's the madness. This is literally the thing. British culture. That's literally the thing. I hate it, because
I want it to be where, you know, and obviously you in all the European countries it's like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. finish. Like
Yeah,
that's the stuff I want to do, because then you don't need to rush your sets. You don't need to rush get into the club. You get me? Like 10
yeah.
o'clock comes, you've got an hour and a half till the club's like until like entry's done. You get me? Like
All right,
especially
cool.
in central London.
Let me ask you this question, yeah?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be DJing until 6 a.m., yeah, and you say, okay, cool, I'm gonna do 3 till 6, but the night's dead that night. The night's dead, like it's
Yeah.
shit. Like there's about 40, 50 people in there. You're not gonna enjoy it. And most people want to go.
But you could, of course, you won't enjoy it. But if you got all 50, 60 people dancing like mad, I'd
Yeah,
enjoy that more than if 50 people were sitting down and ready to leave.
100%. I think in Essex, 2, 3 o'clock is good, man. 2, 3 o'clock is
Yeah.
good. Like I think in Essex, like I've seen stuff happen in Essex where it's gone on longer and shit happens, and I just think for me, and when I do my nights, 2, 3 o'clock cut off. Like sometimes 2:30 is a nice one, because people always in Essex, like when it finished at 2, like, oh, we want to go on for longer, we want to go on for longer. But
But low-key they don't know. Low-key they don't. Like sometimes they do, but sometimes they're like,
I'll tell you something, Krish, let me tell you something. Essex people love a party. They want to go to an after party. They want an after party after the club. Oh, who's going?
Is that why they come to London then? You get me? Because central London, bro, there's always some after party on the corner, like till 7 a.m. in the morning.
Always after party, but Essex people love an after party. They want it to go longer, and they want to have an after party. So if I can stretch my night sometimes till 2:30 and make people happy, I will. But I'll never put anyone in danger by bringing it to 4.
Yeah, of course.
That comes on me and the club owners. That well,
If I could be in bed by 10, I would. Trust me, you know them ones in the winter, yeah, when it's just cold, raining, you're like, I can't be asked to even go out. Like them ones, you're just in the warmth. And
you know what? For me, it's hard, like, because obviously where I'm on a Friday, I'll be at all sorts of that, and then I might DJ on a Saturday. I'll play football in the day on Saturday. Then in the evening, I'm DJing again. Sometimes I lay there and I try and have a nap, and I'm like, you know what? I'm shattered, but I still got to go and do my hour set, 2 hour set. So sometimes you're on it, but I think once you get in that environment, once you walk in that environment, you see it's good, and you know you can kind of make an impact somehow. You start to enjoy it a little bit more, man.
So I'm gonna ask this as well, and like DJs open it up in the questions in the comment section as well. But with the help of DJ City and kind of platforms, you know, creating these intros, do you think it's been I wouldn't say cheat way, but do you think it's been a lot easier for, like, let's say yourself or people just starting out to mix than before
100%.
when there wasn't intros?
100%. Listen, when I first started, I'm gonna be real, and I'm real. When I first started DJ, I only used to DJ on intros. I always used to go boom, DJ on intros. As I started getting on 3 months in, I was like, you know what? I'm DJing on intros, but there's certain stuff that I can mess with and mix in. Now I'm easy to just mix in anything. I can mix without an intro. Do you know what I'm saying? But intros have definitely helped, and it's definitely, like what you say, it's a cheat way. It's a cheat way, man. You get a good 10 seconds to kind of make sure that you're all right, make sure you're in beat, and you can bring it, and the next one comes in. Do you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a cheat, 100% a cheat way kind of thing. But it's helped a lot of people, and sometimes, like, I feel that it's made certain people better. They've got the way to, once you've mastered the intro, you should be able to kind of mix in stuff without intros. That's what I'd say. Like, once, and if you can mix in stuff with intros and without intros, then you're all right, innit? But I do think that it's definitely a cheat way, 100%. But I think that as you as a DJ, like when you're watching someone, you can see if they're comfortable doing it without an intro, or they're not doing it without an intro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some people might echo it out. Some people, there's always a different way of doing it, kind of thing. So yeah.
Where do you want to take your DJing? So what's the next steps for you after quarantine with DJing side of things?
I'll be real, Krish. Like when I first started DJing, I wasn't like sitting there like, oh, I want to be the best DJ in the UK or anything like that. Like, for me, like, boom, like me DJing is an extra hand. Like if someone can't DJ, I can DJ at their event. If someone cancels on me an hour before I can DJ, it's a less cost as well. Like I don't get paid for it. Like I just DJ my event. But now, like obviously, I've done well with it and I've done all right. Like I've learned last June. And this June, I was meant to play in Malta. There was talks about me playing in Marbella. So to do that in a year, like within that year's space, it was sick for me. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, it's definitely to go abroad, man. Definitely to go abroad and DJ. Like that's going to be a big thing for me. Like I'm going to be buzzed with that. Take it to other cities as well. I was meant to DJ in a few other cities with Boat Club this year as well. So yeah, man, like definitely 100% to kind of move forward with it and just take it where it should be, kind of thing. But obviously, where I run an event as well, it's hard for me just to focus on DJing kind of thing. I'll be honest, like,
mm.
I'm not going to sit here and say like I'm mixing every day and I'm practicing every day, because I'm not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I will try and a day each week. When lockdown was, when we weren't in lockdown, go to the studio, mix in the studio. I mix at home as well. But I like being in the studio because you kind of like, your head's just there. Do you know what I'm saying? You're mixing in the studio, so I always take some time to practice. But I don't know if I can commit to it 110% like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to do well in it and succeed in it and go and DJ abroad and that. Like, all sorts ain't going to be around forever. Do you know what I mean? I'm always going to have the skill of being able to DJ kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Always
so
good
in your opinion, do you think it's being based in Essex is actually easier for up and coming DJs or DJs and just in general to get gigs? Or do you think it's actually harder because it's a smaller area, less clubs? Or what do you think?
It's a 50-50 really, man. Like, obviously, like, I think if you know people in Essex, then it's easier to get on board kind of thing. But listen, no club owners, if a club owner knows about music and he's heard you DJ and you're not a good DJ, he's not going to book you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
You've got to kind of prove yourself kind of thing. Like, obviously, when I started DJing, I had a lot of connections because obviously I ran my own event kind of thing. So I was able to get myself in there, like, do you know what I'm saying? But it can be easy. I think I don't even think it's an area thing. It's about who you know. Like, it's not even about what you know anymore. It's about who you know. If you know someone good enough and you can prove yourself, then you can 100% do your thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's about who you know, really. I don't really think that it matters about what area you're from. Like, you could be from Manchester and know a couple club owners and get a warm up set, and your warm up set's good. Then 3-4 weeks down the line, you'll be booked for the main set. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's all about opportunities. Like, as long as you take your opportunity when you get it. Like, there's been guys that have, like, I've booked and I've booked them for the main set and they've taken the opportunity, and I'm like, you know what, you're gonna DJ again for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Josh Edwards, is a clear example. Like, Josh, he was up and coming. Like, he was very just doing warm up sets. Now sometimes he's doing main sets. Do you know what I'm saying? And he took his opportunities. He works on his DJing a lot. His mixing is good. Like, and he tries new things that are out of the box that some DJs wouldn't try because they're scared of messing up. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's not afraid to take the risk. And I think if you're not afraid to take the risk, then you're going to go far, man.
Yeah, completely. Like, I think nowadays you got to take that risk because there's a lot of people who is just sticking inside what they know and just sticking to, which is fine. But I don't know, like, nowadays more people kind of looking for, can you throw this in there, or can you throw it about in your set, blah, 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 take risks.
It's about, like, listen, I think, sometimes when I go on Mixcloud, I listen to mixes. I'll listen to anyone. Like, if I see a mix in the top 10 trending, I'll listen to it, or top 50, and I'll listen to it, and I'll go, this mix sounds like everyone else's mixes. It's about what you can do in a club. Like, if you go into a club and you listen to Colin Francis, he's completely different to everyone else. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to Rusky, he's completely different to everyone else. Like, if you listen to all these boys, there's a difference. Like, you haven't made it to the top by being the same as everyone. It's exactly like if you're looking at footballers, innit? They're all different. Like, certain footballers are better than others because they do different things. If you're willing to take the risk and do other things, and maybe take the risk and go, do you know what, shit, I fucked up there, shit, this is work. If you're willing to do that, you're laughing, man. You're laughing. I think taking the risk and changing things and making, like, playing with words and things like that, I think that's a big thing when you're starting to DJ and you're up and coming and you're trying to make a name for yourself.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely. So in your opinion, what makes a good DJ?
For me, like, listen, anyone can mix on Mixcloud. Anyone can mix on Mixcloud. To put it this way, I've seen man that mixed on their phone and uploaded it to Mixcloud.
I said
like,
phone.
Uploaded it to Mixcloud. I think as long as you're in time, you've got variations, you can mix it up a little bit. You can have different things coming in. You can get the crowd going. I think that's what makes a good DJ. I think the crowd's a big thing, man, because I've seen some really good DJs that can DJ but can't get a crowd going because of their selection of. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be a DJ, you can be able to mix, and you can be on time every time. But if you can't get the crowd going, you're no use to the club. You might as well.
Definitely.
You're never gonna go anywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's all about being able to vibe with the crowd, I think.
Do you think All Sorts crowd is more quick mixes or longer songs period and stuff like that, or?
Most of the DJs we mess with, except for Brandon, because he's like a 12 till 2, he just freestyles his set. He does whatever he wants. The guy, he knows what he's going to play, innit? He knows what he's going to play next. Just searches up and knows what he's going to play. But I think most of the DJs that we book, me, Josh, George, anyone that really DJs with us, we always try and mix it in with that first chorus. So that first chorus, once it comes, like we have a verse, and once the first chorus comes, we always try and mix it in. So, but it can change, innit? If you need, like, I've been in a situation where someone's warmed up and it wasn't warm, and I've jumped on after, I was an hour after, and I couldn't wait for a chorus because it was dragging on too much, and I had to get a vibe there. I've done that, jumped off, Brandon went on, good night. Do you know what I'm saying? So it all depends. I think it's key to understand how the night is going and be able to see it.
You know what? Like, crowd reading is a big thing. Like, people who go out on a night out, they kind of miss, like, they don't see it. How for us, it's quite hard to read it. If you don't have that experience in a clubbing industry, it's so hard to read a crowd, because you can see like 10 people dancing, but 70 people are sitting down.
So true. I think I've seen people where I know they're a good DJ because I've seen them before. I know they're a good DJ, and I've been in clubs and girls will turn around to me and go, "Oh, this DJ's dead." But it's not that he's dead. He just hasn't realized
the vibe's not there.
Yeah, the vibe's not there. He's not realized that he has to change this up and play this. Or sometimes you might even need to play a bit of bashment to get people going, bro. Like
sometimes you might need to just do a fade down and just bring it. Like you like sometimes you just gotta do them shit mixes to get it going.
You gotta do it, but like. The one thing I will say that I hate DJing is not what no one gets is like not every BPM is the same. So it's like come over to you like, oh, play this track, but I can't play that track right now because it means I have to go all the way down. I have to basically cut this out and bring that kind of thing. So that's one thing I hate about DJing. Like everyone thinks that you could just play the next tune they want you to play kind of thing. And that's the most frustrating thing I say about DJing. Or they'll tell you to play a song that no one's gonna vibe to. It's gonna kill the vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? Or a song that no one. I'm saying they want you to play some mad grime stuff that no one's gonna vibe to in the club. You gotta know when to play stuff at the end of the day. That's what I think.
Have you had to lock off like a tune because of artist beef, or because the owner of the club is like, nah, this is too hard, or anything like that, or is everything kind of been smooth?
I've had a time I was playing a Tion Wayne song, some guy come up to me and was like, "Listen, we got beef with Tion Wayne. Like, you need to turn this song off."
I said we got beef with Tion Wayne. Alright, you know what? These things just make me crease because I'm just like, why are you going out then? Like, you're gonna, if you know he's big, like it's like J Hus, yeah. If you got beef with J Hus, if you know he's big, if you know he's in the charts, why are you gonna come out when you know J Hus will be played?
Doesn't make sense, does it? I've had times like that, but I've never had like I know what to play in certain clubs. Like obviously, certain Essex clubs don't like certain songs being played. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a time and place where you can start banging stuff like I Carumba and not I Carumba. Yeah. Like Fredo's stuff and things like that. There's certain stuff you can start when you can bang it. And there's certain places you can't. Do you know what I mean? Like we know what to do, when to do it, and it all depends on the crowd. If I've got like 200 girls in there and 50 boys, it's gonna kill the crowd if I just start playing some madness. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's about knowing what to do at the right time. They're not really strict on it. They're not like you can't play this, you can't play that, but we know what to play in certain places. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. What's the song you're throwing down to get the girls going?
To get the girls going. Ooh,
like let's say it's your event, so you kind of know roughly the crowds.
You know what? If I mostly warm up in it, so
but like let's say you're not warm up. Let's just say you're prime time. Everyone's dancing, everyone's up. What's the one you're gonna throw down to get everyone?
You know what? There's a few like I said for the warm up. I like Say My Name. Yeah, every girl loves that. Like, they just get gassed in that, like all like hugging with their girls. The man them don't like it because no one wants to dance with them, but the girls love it. Do you know what I'm saying? I love tap. I love playing tap, bro. I love that tune. Like, that's a big. Obviously, there was a point where Home Pussy was a big one. Every girl loved it as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it was a security thing. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a few, man. There's a few that I look at and go, yeah, but it's different. Like, it all depends on the vibe. For the man them, stay scheming. I'm a boss. Like, they love all that. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, for the girls, there's a few Miss Independent, like they all love that. I've played that at like a brunch before, and girls just loving it. So there's a few different things that I go for, kind of thing. But it's always knowing about who's in there and who would know what, because some people ain't as knowledgeable with music as other people. Like some people don't know these.
Do you think songs nowadays and artists nowadays have a shelf life?
Do they have a what? Sorry,
shelf life.
Yes and no. Like you can play certain songs after a couple of years and they will still bang. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you can play certain songs.
It's like it's hard because that's kind of like a shelf life though. Because after a year, no one will play it till like 4 years later.
It depends what song it is though, man. It depends.
Okay, when did you last play God's Plan?
Exactly. I haven't. I can't remember the last time.
When did you lot, like,
ask you this question. Keisha Becky, when did that come out? Year ago,
what?
2 years?
2018.
I
I
still
think.
play that now. I still
Yeah.
play that now.
I
You know what
don't play that now. That's like,
You don't.
I think it was that. I don't know. It's maybe the crowd as well, because some crowds, like, you know, they're like, oh, okay, I like this tune, get it on, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
the
Maybe it's
stuff I played for, it's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of done now.
Yeah. I hear you. There is certain stuff you look at and you go, yeah, I will play it on. But there is some tunes that have shelf life. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So to kind of like finish off, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, what do you want to achieve? Is it something with football? Is it something with DJing? Something with the events? What is it?
Like, obviously, like my career, obviously DJing 100%. Yeah, I want to go far in it, man. But obviously, I've got a career as well. If I'm honest with you, Krish, like I'll probably have 1 or 2 more years in the event game. Like I don't, like, no disrespect to anyone else, but this is me personally. I don't want to be an event or like running an event at 30 years old. One thing I will say, and I wanted to say this on here, is that there's always going to be someone younger and fresher than you that's coming up. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't go around bragging like my event's the best. And I'll never ever do that, because everyone has their time, and there's going to be someone soon that's up and coming and goes, you know what, this is my time. You know what I'm saying? I've seen younger boys that are now, and I'm like, you know what, in a couple of years, you man will be sick. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think you've always got to stay humble in that sense. But yeah, man, like I just in my career, I want to be doing well. I still want to be DJing in the next 5 years, kind of thing, and just to kind of be successful in life, man. 100%.
No, but bro, I really appreciate this, man. Like, it's been a good conversation,
bro. We're gonna get you involved as well, man. We'll talk.
I'm there, man. Like, I've done one gig in Essex. Now gonna make it a couple more. So that's yeah, I did go. Yeah, that one's probably, you know what? Yeah, like
December.
Pardon?
December. It was in December.
Yeah.
I was there.
So like, I can't lie. Yeah, that event was popping. Like, just in general. Like, this is no offense to you. Yeah, this is no offense to you. This is no offense to you. This is just
bro. Listen. One thing you need to understand. Me and Callum, we're bros, innit? Like, that's my guy. Like, we're tight. Like, we've linked up together. We're talking about link up. Like, we've done stuff like that. Like, he supports my event, I support his event. We both go to each other's event. Like he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. I've got nothing but love, and I'll never ever hate on the next man. Like,
no, it's like I'm not like, obviously I've never DJed for any other event apart from in London. So compared to the ones I've DJed in South London, that was decent. I said we'll change it. All right, okay, fine. We got a shake on that one, yeah.
We'll leave it on that note, bro. Yeah, everyone in this live heard it. It's gonna get recorded. You see it when the lockdown's done, bro. We'll get you involved, 100%.
Bro, thank you though. Like, I appreciate it. And I hope all of you are safe at home as well, man.
You too, my brother. You take care.
Yeah, you too, bro. Thanks for everyone tuning in.
Nice one, brother. Safe.
Bye.